Welcome to a new Dave's Workshop Tours video, and as you can see I'm back at the Derby Works with Greg. Last time we were in the workshop, and if you haven't seen that, click the link above for part 1 of this visit. This time, however, we're next door where a number of customer cars are garaged, either for storage or awaiting their turn in the workshop. So sit back and enjoy Greg's wonderful tour.
This particular car is a 25 horsepower Rolls-Royce.
Yeah.
It is utterly original. Paintwork, interior, it's never been restored. It's done, I think, 60 odd thousand miles from new. So it's 60,000 miles in 85 years. And remember that before the war, Rolls-Royce didn't make a complete car.
Yes, of course.
So this, like all the other pre-war Rolls-Royces, has its own coach-built body. The fascinating thing about this one is it's a Windovers body built for Lionel Windover himself. So it comes with a number of unique features, which you'd imagine the owner of a coach building firm would want incorporated in his in the car. So, for example, if you look at the door handles.
So Windovers is where?
Windovers, I'll tell you. Windovers.
That's not a name we immediately comes to mind, of course.
Windovers of London. There we are. Right. Coachwork by Windovers of London.
Oh, right. It's not a name that immediately comes to mind for the
occasional...
Oh, yes.
It was certainly a well-known and popularly supported coach builder.
Yeah.
Now, look at that interior.
Oh, my Lord. Crikey.
They are the original overrugs.
Yeah, gee. Oh, wow. Look at that.
And you can tell that the car's never been restored because it's never been apart. And this shows. How's that? That's how you know when a car's never ever been apart. And naturally the car has door locks, but come and look at this. I've just got to find it. The door lock, I beg your pardon, it's on the other side. Come on, I'll show you. That's right. So the door locks for the car are there, concealed inside the handle.
Yeah.
So there's a special key, as you can see.
Wouldn't quite meet the safety requirements in today's... But yeah,
and the same on the front.
So there's no locks on the other side?
That's right. And that was because Henry Royce didn't like people entering from the driver's side. That's why he put the gear lever on the right-hand side.
What problem?
Well, he didn't want the risk of a driver being hit by a car going past by getting it on the driver's side.
Right, okay, yeah.
And so that's why the levers were placed on that side to encourage people to get in to the car from the side of the footpath.
Yeah.
But so the car's bristling with wonderful period features like that.
Yes.
That you just don't see on other cars.
Yeah, sure. Anything else that Mr. Windover
where do I start?
Had for himself?
Come around here, and I'll enter from the other side, and I'll show you the first radio that I've seen.
Okay, I don't want to, that's going against rubber, that's okay.
Now, as you can see, the car has a division.
Yeah.
And hidden under this flap is the radio.
Oh my Lord.
It starts and works. I don't think that the antenna's connected.
There we go. Yeah, that's crazy.
What a wonderful thing. I've never seen one in a car of this age. And here, you can see there's a speaking trumpet. So that's for the chauffeur.
Focus on that. Yeah.
There's your speaking trumpet, and you can see there's a microphone in the rear, which we'll have a look at it shortly, on the passenger side.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
just back to that radio. So what year is this?
1935.
Philco.
I had a 1935 Rolls-Royce myself in pretty much the same original condition. Mine had done a few more miles. Mine had done 105,000 miles from new, and was also utterly original. And
you only got one station back in those days.
yes, BBC Home Service.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So you can. So what you're looking at is a car which was still in precisely the same condition as delivered to Lionel Windover in 1935.
Yeah.
Carpets, seats, exterior paint, the blinds, silk blinds, the lot.
How many coach builders were there?
There were a lot. There were at least 20 in the UK alone.
Yeah.
There were the big ones were of course Hooper, Barker, Mulliner, Park Ward.
Yeah.
But there was a whole tier of very popular coach builders apart from them, and Windovers was one of that tier.
Were there any chassis just sent out to Australia?
Oh yes, to Martin and King, whose premises were in High Street, Armidale, and I had the great good luck when I was in real estate of meeting Bill King himself, who was the principal of Martin and King, and I met him in 1981. And he told me, we had a very pleasant time together. He told me about the wonderful times when he'd receive a cheque from Rolls-Royce Limited, or the chassis would arrive with reams of instructions for how to fix the coachwork, because there were weight limitations and all this sort of thing. Because if you didn't erect a body and fit it to their instructions, you could void the warranty.
Right.
So naturally great care was taken. Yeah. There was also a very healthy market here in Australia for Rolls-Royce and Bentley cars, which would be shipped out without their bodies on, which were not new. And Silver Ghosts, Phantom Ones and what have you, and they'd arrive in Australia in the 1930s and be rebodied and put back into use with a modern body. And that of course saved a massive amount of duty, because if the duty on a car arriving from overseas with its body was far, far more punitive than the duty on just the chassis alone.
Sure. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff.
So let's adjourn to the rear compartment. Oh, by the way, there's just a little feature here. Oop. It's called a quick lift.
Let me just, oh wow. Yeah.
And these louvers on all the windows were another very, very good fitting too, because they were fitted to my 2025 as well, and they completely eliminate any buffeting when you have the window down.
Right, yeah. Wonderful.
That lovely noise of...
Wonderful sound.
When you close the door.
I'll do it on this side. Crikey. Yeah. I come in this from this side, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if you care to take a seat in here...
with shoes on?
Yes.
They're clean. Oh my. Let's, I don't want...
You're almost there.
I'll just pretend.
Yeah,
I'll just
here's
hold
the
it
bum
over
in
this door. I don't want it bashing into anything. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Now, the first thing to notice, A, is how comfortable it is, but B, if you look at the ceiling, you'll see there's it's a raised section above your head, so that you didn't have to take your hat off.
Yeah. Even for 6'4".
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure a top hat. I'd get on with a top hat, would I?
Yes. There is your microphone for delivering instructions to the chauffeur.
Yeah. Let me just turn this off a second. I need to bring the light on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Right. Just again. Oh, there's the this raised section for the top hat wearer.
Yes. So in here you have ashtray, and there's a vanity light there.
Oh, crap. Oh, is that a bit of crystal over here, Greg?
And that is there, a cigar lighter.
Can I pull it out?
Yes, pull it out.
Oh, my lordy. Oh, my gosh. And it's still in here.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Well, the interesting thing, of course, is that the percentage increase in price of these accessories is far in excess of the percentage increase in price of the entire car over the years.
Yeah.
Because more and more people have said, I want to return the car that I bought to one which has been exactly as delivered to the first owner. So then the hunt is on for the toolkit tools, accessories like this.
Yeah.
And so they've gone through the roof in value. And see, it looks like it's never been used. Look at the condition of it.
Well, I think
Quite extraordinary.
I think he did. There's a few cigars been lit on that. I think. I can't believe I'm just hold it. Yeah, I'm just imagining. Well, actually, you'd think there still might be an aroma of a cigar or two, but this doesn't seem to be. That's crazy. Blimey.
Now, isn't that seat that you're sitting in wonderfully comfortable?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I could get used to this.
And this here is the speaker for the radio.
Oh, yeah.
So the chauffeur puts turns the radio on for you when you tell him to. Selects the BBC home service if that's what you want, and it comes out through here. Yeah. So you've got two little compartments here and here for whatever.
Yeah. What wood that was?
Yeah.
Is that what wood is that? Do you think? Is that an oak?
I don't know my timbers as well as I should, I'm afraid to say. It's even lockable.
Lockable, yeah.
Yeah. Now, one of the challenges with erecting a formal body without it being huge and long, and thereby affecting the car's performance, is a formal body by definition has a division, as you can see here. Now, you wind the division up, but look at this, look how it's angled.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite an extraordinary mechanism.
Yes.
Because that's why you've got, instead of the division dropping vertically, then you wouldn't have any room for your feet.
Sure.
So by angling it, as you can see coming up, now watch what happens as you get close to the top.
I just have a feeling what's going to, yeah.
Still coming out, now in it comes. Look at that.
Lord. Oh my Lord. Hang on, drop again, please.
No, it's okay.
And
Look
then,
at that.
I
Now,
didn't quite
now I'll lower it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So lowering it, you see it's vertical.
Yeah.
Now it's coming out and sliding down at an angle.
This is 19...
Imagine devising this in 1935.
1935. Crikey.
I'd read about it, but I'd never actually seen it. It's just amazing.
Yeah. I'd love to see the mechanism inside.
Yeah, fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's why you've got leg room
Yeah.
in a formal car that's not enormously long.
Yeah. That is stunning. That is stunning.
So you can keep your modern cars as far as I'm concerned. These really are works of art, aren't they?
They certainly are.
Then, of course, you've got your lovely satin blinds. I won't pull them down.
No, I can
They're
imagine.
spring-loaded,
Yeah.
and that's why they have that cord there. You pull on the cord just like a normal Holland blind. So it's a Holland blind construction. Pull on the cord, blind comes down, pull again, and the spring-loading lifts the blind back up again.
Gosh.
And to think that you're sitting on these wonderful mohair over rugs that were put in the car back in 1935,
Yeah.
and they're still giving service today, as is the seat that you're sitting on. Now, I would suspect, if you look here, there are fasteners, and I would say that the car originally had a linen covering, which was fastened across here and went down there just for the chauffeur to sit on.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
about all I can show you, I think. Oh, one more thing here. Right. You can't see it, but it's concealed there.
Oh, yeah.
There is your rear blind. You can see the cords coming up.
Yeah.
And that's operated from here. So you push that forward and the rear blind comes up. Now, one of the interesting things about what you've seen in this car is that so many of these features were incorporated in the first complete car made by Rolls-Royce in 1946, which was the Mark VI Bentley. And that standard car, as it was called, the standard steel saloon, incorporated a number of these features such as the vanity, the rear blind, the cigar lighters, etc., because they had to compete against these coach builders.
Yeah.
So if they couldn't offer the same refinements, they weren't going to sell cars.
Sure.
And this, of course, because Rolls-Royce took this path, that spelt then the end of the coach builders.
Right.
Because you had to pay £2,000 or £3,000 premium for their work, whereas you could buy the standard one off the floor at Rolls-Royce, and it had all these features incorporated.
Sure. But was anybody else doing this this glass in that manner? You've never seen a...
No, I think that's a patented mechanism. So in other words, I don't think it was Windover's sole providence, as it were.
Yeah.
I think it was available for any coach builder who wanted to pay for the patented mechanism.
Right. Oh, okay. Do you know? We don't know who's developed that. No,
no we don't.
No.
And that's just that's the bottom edge of the speaker for the radio, just poking out. You had a choice of a standing or a kneeling mascot.
Really?
Yes.
From factory?
From factory.
Crikey.
And
you are a fountain.
Oh, only because it's been my hobby for half a century now, so
unbelievable.
I'm pretty familiar with it.
And so, up until what year could you have that choice?
It started in the mid-30s, a couple of years before this, and was available up until the World War II.
Right.
But you also notice that the green silver dawn that's just departed, that's also had a kneeling mascot.
Well, I'm sure the camera caught that, but
but I'll just show you the engine because, like the rest of the car, you just turn it sideways so that the bonnet doesn't foul the wings.
And they all do that?
Yes. So you'll see here too, if you say, why are these chrome dots there? That's because you won't damage the paintwork, because when you raise it, it's supported
just sit on there,
like so.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
So under the bonnet, everything's here as it should be. So first of all, you've got the crank handle in two parts. That's the first, that's the shaft, and there's the handle. Fit them together to crank the car. Secondly, this is the wheel brace.
Yes.
And you use that, you see they have quite special hubs, specially designed hubs.
Yep.
Third is your hammer.
Your mallet. Oh, is that rubber on the end or?
Yes, there's rubber on there. It's called a Moulton, M-O-U-L-T-O-N. Moulton was the manufacturer, the Moulton hammer. And once you'd tightened it up as far as you could, you then whacked. That's why the edges are flattened. From being
giving a good old whack.
Hammered, yes.
Oh. Yeah. There we go.
Now, also, you'll see here is that is the. Oh, that's right. Yes, you're going to love this. That and this contraption here are fitted together, and it has a built-in jacking system.
Don't give me this.
Yes. Well, you're sorry you asked, aren't you? So anyway,
No,
what you do, there's a rod.
Flabbergasted.
There's a rod on each side of the car at the front, rods at each side of the car at the rear. You fit the rod and socket onto the end of the shaft, put the handle on, and wind the car up. And these are all the things that disappear over the years. Down here, for example, you can see.
Well, and then reappear
at a massive.
On sports cars in Le Mans.
Well, I'll tell you, when I bought my 25 horsepower Rolls-Royce, it was terrific in terms of its originality and condition, but some of the tools were missing. And I couldn't tolerate that. I didn't relax until I managed to acquire every single item that came with the car originally. And so today, somewhere around the world, a man gets up, and as he looks in the mirror shaving, he's saying to himself, I should have bid more.
Yeah.
Because I managed to buy the correct Rolls-Royce feeler gauges, and they are correct because they are stamped Rolls-Royce 25 horsepower for the toolkit.
Yeah. Right.
And in 2012, they cost me £260, but I got them.
Yes. Yeah.
And they were the only set I ever saw for sale.
Right. Wow.
So I wonder if he's still looking, and still looking in the mirror and saying, I should have bid more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here, all Rolls-Royce cars, going all the way back to Silver Ghosts, were fitted with these aluminium under trays to stop mud and muck from getting thrown up under the car.
Yeah.
But they were very fiddly to fit and fiddly to remove
Let me see.
as they had to be. So quite often,
lay down.
mechanics would remove them and not put them back on because they figured the owners wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
So once again, these are all available for purchase at vast expense.
Yes, I can imagine. Wow. Wow.
Now, in the boot is something else.
Oh,
And-
staying on the Windover. Yeah.
Now look at this. I don't know
it, so-
where this
So
comes from.
where Windovers was in London, was it?
Yes, it had the showrooms in London, but I don't know where the factory, where
Right.
So here, I think this fits under the mat in the front floor, but look at it and smell it. It's called Sorbo. Sorbo matting. I read about it but never seen it.
All right. Okay. Made from.
Well,
What do you think?
I reckon that's cotton.
Yeah, that's cotton on top, isn't it? Yeah.
Heavy duty cotton, and God only knows what's inside it. But you can feel it gives like rubber.
Yeah.
So it's probably got rubber in there, but it was known as Sorbo matting.
That came in that pieces like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is
Wow.
exactly how it came.
Wow. Cool. Excellent. Ooh. Stunning.
As you can see, there's plenty more to look at, including the Silver Ghost Ute, but that will have to wait until next time. Before you go, please leave your comments below on anything you've seen, and make sure you like, subscribe and share for more Dave's Workshop tours to come. And in the meantime, why don't you go back and watch both the videos from my first visit to the Derby Works.